This is a quick video. I mean, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I've never said this point this way before, but I think it's a great way to say it. And that's that, in our politics, you see, it used to be okay to have liberals and conservatives, in the political spectrum, and everything worked out pretty well. And I was talking to somebody the other day, it kind of dawned on me. It was real random. I just happened to say it this way, and I expounded on it, and he's like, "That's a pretty good way to think about that." I said, see, you can be socially liberal, about the way you are with other people, and you can do that in your own community. That's fine. And you can be socially conservative, and you do it within your own family and your own community, and that's fine. Where we all went wrong, both sides, is thinking we could put it into politics. We all have to be libertarians in politics. We have to be. We can't legislate morality. There's obviously right and wrong. You don't allow people to murder others. But a lot of the religious-based or the principle-based morality we have, like liberals, you want to tax me so I pay for somebody's welfare. But if I don't pay those taxes, because I think it's unjust I pay for somebody else to freaking mooch off me, what happens? I get arrested and go to jail, right? Or you come after me IRS comes after me at the very least. Correct? And then, Republicans, conservatives. You don't think of like abortion. I don't either. I think it's murder. But you think that you have a right to tell somebody what to do with their body. You do this in the drug issue too. And you gotta think, you say, well, that baby's a living thing and it's murder. Yeah, but it's still inside her and it's still her body, and our Constitution says a right to person, does it not? It does. Our founding fathers favored a broad interpretation of freedom. It's important. I'm agreeing with you. It's murder. But you know what? You can't. If she goes and wants an abortion, she gets it done, and you find out and it's illegal, what do you do? Go lock her up? Well, that's fucking good. That really helped out. It's cost us money now. The point is, people are going to do things. Just like, we make the arguments for Republicans or libertarians, whatever. That, well, people that are evil are going to kill people either way. The gun control doesn't make sense. Well, people are going to do something either way. They're going to find an illegal way to do it, and there's going to become a black market, and you only do things like, you only make the situation worse. And that will happen with abortion. It happens every time you try to do something like that. And liberals, don't steal from other people to push your own personal social agenda. Donate in your communities. Make your community around you better. If it works out and it does real good, other people are going to see that's working out for you, and they're going to want to do it because they want it to work out for them too, because they want their community to be as nice as yours. But the second we go wrong is when we try to interject our personal social or religious-based beliefs into politics. That is where we've gone wrong. If you can take that out, there's not much we would probably disagree on. We'd be forced to have honest, open debates about what's good and bad for America, because we wouldn't be really dealing with that much domestically, would we? Because domestic issues would be more handled locally. And that's where the money's at. I don't mean that like literally the money, but that's where it's at. That's the place to deal with it. You can help those who need it because you can see them directly in front of you. If they don't appreciate your help, you can retract it until they get wise. When they get wise, you'll see it, and then you can start helping them again because you can see they appreciate it. But when you have a government like thousands of miles away that's giving you a check that you don't have to answer to, you don't respect it. Republicans, people just resent you when you legislate your religious-based morality onto them. Instead of just leaving your lives as good examples to the world, and you know what? They'll eventually want what you have, because God doesn't reward us here on earth. That's in heaven. But when you make good decisions, you get good results. And so you get good results as a Christian usually, if you live honestly as a Christian. People will want that. If you just live a good life and lead by example, they'll see you getting all the stuff God gives you, and they'll come ask you about God and say, how do I get a piece of that? And then they're looking for the message. You ain't got that. Then every word you say is more powerful at that point because they want to hear it. But when you go out and you force somebody to do something and comply with your fucking system and put your will upon them, and you use force if they just to bring them in and they've done nothing to harm anybody but themselves, maybe, whether it's drugs, prostitution, or abortion, those things, they're not forcing it on anybody else, are their business. An abortion, that's between her and God, and that doctor and God. We all sin, so don't throw a stone. This is Chuck Burns for the USA, saying we can be social liberals, we can be social conservatives, and we can all get along, as long as we keep it out of our politics. And that's the problem.